whenever I see these two girls, I get so excited because their Instagram feed is like a travel across the world. It's a travel with fashion timelines. We never had the Kardashians here, and I think they would be the closest to be the non-controversial Kardashians of India. Sukriti, Prakriti, thank you so much for joining me.
Sukriti, Prakriti.
Did I say Prakriti?
Yeah. I think we were taken away with Kardashians. So that's okay.
Sukupukku is so much easier. Sukriti and Prakriti doesn't come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, guys, for joining me. How's the last 2 years been for performers? Because a lot of them have actually been very productive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, now it's been 2 years, 2.5 years of this whole situation that we're all in. I think the first half of it was really boring because when you suddenly take away your life, I mean, not just me, I think everybody, in every field, everybody was doing nothing. A lot of nothing actually turned into a lot of beautiful things, like we spent so much time with ourselves. We made so much more music.
Together as well. How was that?
Together is not an option, we're always together. So I think staying in the same room or like working with her amounts and equals to the same thing. Spend all my time with her.
Married couples would be able to take advice from you all because I don't think they've done it as well as this.
I often tell her this, if I find someone thoda sa also like then I'll be like, this is the right guy.
Yeah.
So,
But you'll have to get married together also then.
No chance.
No. That is something that will happen separately.
Because then you'll go, then what will happen with all the space for either one of you?
See, we've discussed this, but like to reach that married wala stage, I need to find the same kind of compatibility that I find with her.
It's too much.
So it's crazy. Like we have bad days and then we have good days and then we have the best of days. And then, it's like a best friend, sister, family, business partner. All of these things wrapped in one.
Because you all run your own brand together, which is, it's really difficult. And when you look down the years and, we will come back to the last 2 years, the toughest thing that people faced, whether it was even the biggest ones, even the Beatles, after they became big, then, in those bands, it all started becoming. And when you unfortunately read tell-all documentaries later, you just realize, dude, it was nothing like how people thought it was. Even the Spice Girls itself.
For sure. All a perception.
Yeah, everything outside. But I don't think that's the case with you guys. Of course, it's easier because it's smaller and it's just two of you all. And you all are family. Not all of them are family.
Yeah, a huge factor.
More of a reason to fight if you're family. Because that comfort level gets you saying things you don't mean, but then you don't mean them anyway because you're family.
I don't think you'll ever fight.
No, that's
a
true.
myth.
I think you have to admit that your siblings bring out the best and the worst in you. And, there are definitely creative differences also. But over the years, we found a way around it to a point where, like, she knows when I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. And I know what she's saying. She knows what she's saying.
I think one time, like, the only time I remember, because when we fight, when mom and dad are just like, don't fight. And I'm like, listen, when you all fight, I don't tell you not to fight. You don't tell me to not fight. I'm fighting with her right now. So dad came once, I think a couple of years, and he said something that just stuck with the both of us. And he said that one of y'all, when y'all are fighting, need to learn to say, okay.
Yeah.
And that
so who's the more aggressive one?
See, well, I get agitated quickly, but she's the one who finishes and has the last word. So it's like that now. So.
In a lot of partnerships, what they say is, listen, just finish it all off and don't carry it forward. Are you all one of those?
No,
yeah, for sure. Like, because ultimately I need to wake up with her and like, see, we're like the laziest girls, but also the most hardworking girls. So when we wake up in the morning, we wake up with like, just so many ambitions and so many dreams, and like I need someone to talk about it too. So it's her.
So it's a matter of convenience. It's a matter of convenience.
No, not really. Like we have the same dreams, and it's not like we always imagine being like a band. Like when I talk about being like this girl duo, like a twin duo, it's not something which is very common.
It's uncommon. I was going to tell you that. Across the world, there have been singles, trios. Of course, thereafter it continued. There have not been two. And two sisters तो है ही नहीं. India में तो खैर कभी नहीं थे. Sister, brother बहुत सारे हैं. But two sisters, I don't think. And you all have found distinctive voicing as well. There was a time, when people used to think that, they can sing each other's. But now I don't think you all sing similar at all.
Yeah. I love that you said that.
Yeah, because
that's the whole point.
Yeah, one of you all has a very Western influence. One is more Indian. And you all have actually, it becomes tougher, right? Because we had this conversation once where you all have gone for auditions.
Yeah, you remember that.
Yeah, for each other as well. And your sister as well, who's a great singer as well. So that's a problem, right? Has that sort of got better?
Yeah, I think, what's really happened with our careers so far is that obviously we started our careers into the movies. We started singing for movies. And always it's like, it's an opportunity. If you don't get it, then you don't get it, then you don't get to prove yourself. And it was a matter of only that we used to wait for the movie songs. But then I think over time, because everything has evolved so much and the independent music culture has picked up, so you are kind of in a place where you are creatively making your own songs, you're also involved. So we've released the kind of songs that we want people to hear. And I think after that, a lot of people have taken notice and then called us separately for those kind of songs as well,
right.
which they didn't even think that we can sing or sound like. So I think that's been a big boost in, like now obviously the movies are coming up back again and everything is happening. So we have some exciting movie projects also.
But like even then, like a lot of people that I meet end up saying that, but how is it possible that, you do a music video and then the two girls singing about the same thing? And I'm like, this is something that is not very common in India.
Yeah.
Like there are so many boy bands, there are girl bands across the world, and globally when you hear their music, they're not talking about two different guys or like two different things. They're talking about one thing. It's one song. And people don't understand that here. So like somebody needs to, really endorse the whole idea.
Don't you
of it.
feel like, do you sometimes have conflicts in your head ki, I like this solo song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then?
So in the lockdown, because we had so much free time, and after we got really bored, and then we were just like, okay, now we can't keep getting bored. We have to make sure it's productive, because Instagram became like this productivity contest,
And also great insecurity and jealousy and peer pressure contest. Usne 10 video dal diye.
Well, even now, I think abhi to, it feels like if you were a creator or if you're just an Instagram user, if you don't make reels, you're not on Instagram.
I'm paying 200 rupees to my creative people. I've given 200 rupees. I said they asked for many zeros more. I said this is all you'll get. That's food basically. Because the ideas are incredibly difficult. If you're a singer and dancer, it's very easy, huh?
It's not for everyone.
And for us, it's so. What do we do? Can't gym.
I haven't thought about that.
It's so difficult.
Because for me, I'm thinking about how much people are thinking about just music and dance.
That's what I'm saying.
That's also so much.
Yeah, but the others, those who can't sing and dance, what do they do?
I'm not a reels person at all. Like Prakriti she used to be really big on TikTok, okay? And she used to have
Big
a
on
very
TikTok.
happening TikTok account, and I'm like, मुझसे नहीं होता, मुझे नहीं करना है. Like I don't want to do it. But now the way that we're all looking at it is like reels नहीं करोगे, then you're not on Instagram. Because all the following.
And then if you're not on Instagram, unfortunately,
you don't
You
have
don't
an
exist.
identity.
so many places. Sir, आप कहाँ हैं आजकल? And I'm like, with the Instagram is asking कहाँ हैं आजकल? मतलब he's not seeing also, and that's the
those 2
truth.
days when Instagram went off. Like I'm like, okay, so now who are we? Our Wikipedias? Like who are we? Like I don't know where to find us. Like what are we doing
Like
anymore?
YouTube, but and Instagram is the only place I genuinely like being active.
But this is unfortunately, why this debate is very important is because they're hugely popular online, they're hugely popular in real life, they do a lot of shows. And a lot of the times people don't understand as to why people aren't saying according to them, the online artists aren't the real artists. A lot of discussions happened recently also about this. And I keep trying to explain to them, your definition, jo Hindi hota hai na, paribhasha of reality has changed. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you thought anymore.
That's true.
The reality is changing on a daily basis, wherein Shah Rukh Khan's last big hit, if you go back, he was in 95, right? So that's 30 years ago. So you have to understand we're in a generation gap as of now. So you cannot expect to be in the same space. Yes, of course, they're here for another video also, which is their single that has come out. But also because they're very smart about the trends and the vibes of what the music world is, which is why I like to present it to you. We'll take a little break and come right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, you're back on Star Stop, and they make it look good, don't they? That's why I got this jacket. First, there was like a banyan inside, this white shirt. So I said,
You're
oh shit.
matching with me, no?
No, but I don't think I want to do that right now. But Sukupuku, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Single Saiyaan, the new track is out. The single. First of all, what's this name? Why did you choose Single Saiyaan? There are two of you. It's a single out there. It sounds like as if like a wordplay.
It's like single or committed wala single.
Oh!
Yeah, so, but that's also a catch, because if you're single, you're not a Saiyaan. If you're Saiyaan, then you're not single, So
And plus, we've never had a single called Single Saiyaan. So I thought it's kind of.
Oh, yeah.
crooks.
And you had the two of you and one single boy in between. Was that
Yeah.
also the thought process?
You know, the thing is, now I'm just going to be honest about it. So when we do videos, you know, because like India hasn't really seen duos, music videos, we don't have anything to compare it also. So
We
when
don't have
do, like,
references for music videos.
We don't.
That's the catch. And I'm like, should I show you like Spice Girls or should I show you like
'Cause that's fine.
Blackpink or
Yeah.
something? Because, okay, yeah, we need, of course, an actor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're two, you know. We are two, and that's how it is.
And actually, you know, you don't actually mirror image ever.
No,
But
we're
in
doing
this,
ourselves, yeah.
similar-ish, huh? Sarees are similar-ish.
Yeah.
You know, here, y'all are doing this.
Yeah.
And was that also conscious?
No, well, I think the concept of this video particularly, because we really have to go through the concept. You know, when we have like one guy, usually we've done 2-3 music videos when we've had 2 different boys as well.
Yeah.
But then the entire concept of this, it's a shadi song, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sangeet song. So
And in, on the beach in Goa, I'm presuming. Was that
no,
Goa?
it's Chandigarh
actually
actually,
Chandigarh.
by a lake. It's
I mean, it's like 2 hours away from Chandigarh at this deserted island-looking
Yeah.
place with white sand. I forgot what it's called, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it was actually like 0 degree and so much fog. So you said Goa, and I changed my entire mind on it. But it was
Wow.
Chandigarh, yeah.
Sweet
no,
white
props
sand.
to
Yeah.
Adil Sheikh. I think he is such a fab director.
Yeah.
He directed our first video also, Mafia, and then we did something with him together, and it looks so nice and
Yeah, it is good looking. I
Festive.
think, unfortunately or fortunately, the first thing that people see online is is when they're watching on silent also, it should be a nice looking video.
Yeah.
Then they hear the track.
Of course.
When you all heard this track, were you feeling it in 15 seconds or did it take longer yourself?
honestly, this particular song is, and so has the feedback been. It's very different from a usual Sukriti Prakriti song because
Yeah.
it's one of those kind of songs that we might have sung for films,
Yeah.
but we've never featured in it. You know, it's like a proper desi commercial sort of a
Yeah, it wasn't a
shadi
Western
song.
vibe at all.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
it was like right out commercial desi zone,
Yeah.
you know, like a proper Sangeet bridesmaid song. And we heard and we've been meaning to do a shadi song because he performed at so many weddings.
Yeah.
So many brides always come to us and like, when are you doing a shadi song? And I'm like, soon. So now here it is. And yeah, we heard it a couple of times and then Payal Dev has composed it.
She's actually doing a lot of compositions of late.
She's so good, and I think the whole, you know, feeling of working with a female music director is so nice because she's had so many hits to her name.
Yeah.
She's such a fabulous singer,
Yeah.
composer, and.
But you know, I had
Aditya
not
Dev.
seen her composing with too many different singers off
Yeah.
late. I'm suddenly seeing her name come a lot, which is great. I guess, you know, you want to explore more and sometimes you feel your voice might not match it, so you got other singers as well.
When we actually heard Single Saiyaan for the first time, it was in her voice, and our label had sent it to us, you know, just because like we were like looking for songs, and we usually compose everything ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to give that a little break, and I want to feel creative again, and then I'm going to give you something. So for this particular period, they were like, we're going to send you a song, and then they sent it in Payal's voice, and I was like, this is amazing. She sounds so good, and you really want us to do this? So they were like, yeah, just go give it a shot. We went to the studio, sent them the song back. They were like, okay, cool, we're doing it. And I was like, okay, but now I'm thinking about the video, and I have no idea what I'm going to do in it. Like, I don't know how I'm
Because
gonna
usually
do
when
it.
you're making a song, you think of a story, you think
Yeah,
of a
because you all are
concept.
making it, yeah.
And this was kind of given to
Ready-made,
us.
yeah.
And like my only challenge was that, you know, like it's okay when you sing a song like this. I've done it as a playback singer, and then you know an actress will come and do her thing, and she'll look beautiful.
Here's you.
But I'm like, I don't know how to feature in this. You know, like when we discussed the whole Indian vibe, I'm like, I've never worn a sari after Teachers' Day. I don't even know how to. Yeah, I don't do saris.
So when you do wedding functions,
Yeah.
you all don't wear saris.
We were like cocktail
Yeah, like
dresses,
Indo-Westerns
gowns,
and, like, I mean,
lehengas also
anything
chalo, but sari.
So how do you do
Comfortable
chunari at a wedding if they ask me to sing?
I
we
don't
don't
know.
do it.
You don't do chunari.
In fact, you know, the director was like we don't know how to walk, how to like do nakhra and all in a sari.
Yeah,
And
like
it was
Ada only wasn't coming. So, you know what? This is so funny. Our director, Adil, he made us sit. He's like, you know, you guys are like just being like too poppy. Like, be a little soft. I'm like, how to be soft? So he's made us sit. And guess what he's made us see? That song from Sing is King, Teri Aur. Katrina Kaif with the black
Acha.
sari. So he's like, watch her.
I
Watch
mean,
her.
this. And I was like, okay, cool,
Like,
we're gonna try
okay.
our best.
So
He's like,
who's
"Be shy."
are you all one of those just हाँ देख लिया अभी कर लेंगे?
She's not like that.
No, like I think we had 2 days of shoots. So by the second day we were in it. Like I was like, now I know this is my uniform. I got this, you know. So like second day was like much better, but so it was just different. And I feel like my entire goal for 2022 is just trying new things because when else am I going to do it?
But this is not comfortable zone then.
Yeah.
I feel like with every song, we kind of cater to a new audience, and I genuinely feel like that because I feel like people who like a song of ours like Hum Tum are very different from the people who like a song like Sona Lagda or Mafia. They're all different people, and I feel like more people keep getting to know us because we try to do different things. So with Single Saiyaan, like the feedback, so many new people are listening to it, and they're like, okay, they can do this also. And I think that's also the goal for this year because we have so much different music that's coming up this year. And
actually, I was discussing this with someone. The last 3 years, you would have assumed that there was only Punjabi singers in Bollywood.
Yeah.
And it worked very well to a point of time, but, Biprak sir was fantastic, a brilliant singer. But my question is, it just suddenly became only that.
Yeah.
Every single hit song, every single, like, long time back we had rappers coming in.
Yeah.
So,
it's like a community thing.
Yeah, man, it just, so tell me something, it must be tougher because that's not really your style that you'd want to do. Would you ever like go into that zone where you'd compose something like that and then maybe get somebody to rap on a track of yours?
Why not? Like, we're Punjabi girls. We would love to do it.
But y'all don't look, you see, you're not the quintessential Punjabi girls.
Yeah. But I think when we're talking about Punjabi R&B, the Brit Punjabi vibes, I think that we resonate with so much more, like, whether it's Jay Sean or Rishi Rich kind of music.
Or like a Mickey Singh or like, or like
By
a
the way, Rishi
Zach
tried to
Knight.
make his zone here. It didn't work that much, He's gone back now to London and we were chatting.
He's doing an album or something.
But he said, it wasn't so easy for him to break in. He said, I thought exactly what I was saying. He said, this is what I thought it was. But he said, it's really tough to break in because it's the local Punjabi mundas who will come and उन्हीं की group करते रहते हैं.
That's true.
ये थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
Yeah, because people have just become so much more accepting to the desi, real, raw Punjabi music now that, I think even if we stay in Bombay now, all these Bombay boys just vibe to that music that plays in Chandigarh.
And
so
the
much
funny
more.
part is, like, this has been my personal homework with her. People who actually love that kind of music don't know what the songs mean. So I'm just like, how exactly? Because I've asked so many people, like, you know the lyrics. I got that.
Not even that,
But can you explain what it means? And they don't know.
Yeah.
So it's basically following the
that's
trend,
not
but at the same
just
time.
the Punjabi song.
Yeah.
You don't know meaning of lyrics किसी को नहीं पता होते.
So, like, look at Manike.
Oh, Nazir.
Now we don't know what it means, but we love the song. So it's just.
So when people try to look for that, like I listen to a lot of Tamil rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hectic.
Tirumala, I'm crazy for them.
Wow.
But you don't understand it.
No, so obviously I can't understand it.
Yeah.
So, but I was sitting with Arjun one day and I made him listen to a track. So I said, yeah, this guy is really famous. Now they don't care much about North Indian music, right?
Yeah.
But these guys flipped out. They said, yeah, and they're very far ahead with their programming.
Oh,
man.
yeah. And very
Crazy.
experimental.
Yeah.
So that's
so
good.
that's what I'm saying. We don't really experiment. हमने ढांचा पकड़ लिया है.
Yeah.
सालों से चलाते जा रहे हैं.
But that's the catch. Like today, when you release something fresh, that fresh also has 100% potential of becoming commercial, because if it becomes a hit song, that's the new reference. So that's the catch. Like that's what confuses me. Like today, when you play a song to somebody, they're either going to say, okay, this sounds fresh, or they're going to be like, oh, this sounds familiar, and familiar is a great thing because then you can connect to it.
Yeah.
But then you don't know what's going to work.
But any goals for personal goals in 22? Because another thing that people don't realize is that they're 3 years older as well.
Yeah.
We do realize it. Trust me, we do.
No, I think
in their careers as well.
Like I often have this conversation with mom and dad. I'm like, when you all were in your 20s, nothing happened. We are in the most crucial years of our life, where when I turned 25, I was like, this year is going, and it was just COVID everywhere.
Yeah.
So when I was like 20, I was thinking 25, I have to do so much, and then we did whatever we could. But
there's so much more that could have happened.
Yeah.
And because of the lockdown, we got so used to that lifestyle. I mean, it was difficult in the start, but we got so used to it. We started thinking, and we started thinking this is going to be live, but like, and I
so
never want to
dramatic.
feel like that. I never want to feel like that because I
She's
like
so
being
dramatic.
so dramatic. Oh my God, trip on a holiday.
Stop it. But I started feeling like I don't think it's going to get better from here. Like everyone has COVID, then there's going to be another variant, then there's going to be another. And then, Google, you're going to be living in an era of
Viruses.
I'm like, wow, my Jawani is so gone only now.
Yeah,
But it's
so
true,
sad.
people are speeding things up a lot more also.
Yeah. Now,
yeah,
finally.
कल को कुछ पता नहीं अगर हम लोग.
I said-
It's really
I think
strange.
सारी शादियां हो गई
Yeah,
ना?
they're all getting married because kal hona.
No. Please don't. Please don't. Because if there's another lockdown, if you're stuck in the same house, not everybody's as comparable as these two. Which is true. Actually, the next thing that you all should do is, I have some advice, not just singing.
Yeah.
You all should actually talk about how, it's so tough to be as a duo to continue for a long period of time and how to reinvent.
Absolutely. I think, like you just spoke about personal goals, like we also have our personal goals. And like you said, we've all lost 3 really important years in this crazy, crazy time. And we were just sitting and we were just, I feel like now how I feel even right now is that life is happening in fast motion and I'm in slow motion. Because sometimes I feel like I'm on just autopilot. Like, I know when I have to catch a flight, I know when I'm coming back, I know when I'm entering a studio. Everything is happening so fast, but I don't know what personally I am feeling sometimes, or like going through, or like what is my personal or social or any of that's going. So I just want to make place for everything along with it, along with the fast year that we're all going to have, and that's so important.
No, for sure. Like this year, we've decided, like, there are going to be like dedicated days in the year that I just want to take time off, because sometimes
You just had 2 years off.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like now work has begun in a way,
So
and
you were
like
gonna say
we're
no to
always
money.
working. Yeah.
That's the
No,
basic
but you know
point.
what
I
I'm
will
saying?
decide that.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like when we start working, and because we're such bulls about it, we're just like, we're gonna be working every day, and sometimes we even work on holidays. So this year we were just like, we're gonna take time off and do nothing. Like
Maybe
just
if
on
it's
those
just
2
one
days.
day also. I love sitting with her and just talking about like what
Our
are you
goals,
feeling,
like,
where are
yeah.
you, what's happening,
And what are we
You
doing?
talk so much to each
I
other.
don't know, yeah. I really don't
It's
know.
amazing.
She also keeps telling me, and like sometimes we're sitting in a room and like we spend all our day together. So what can you talk, right? It keeps going on.
I'm just amazed. I never want you to meet me and my wife together.
Why?
Why?
Because I'll just go, I'll be at this. They have lots to talk about, so. And because there's peer pressure. Do you know anyone in your friend circle that can talk to each other as much?
We even share best friends actually. So like now when we're
Yeah,
talking,
we do
we're
actually.
just talking all together. So it's like
insane.
it's one of those things. But I guess it's also because we're not seeing anybody. So it's not like we end up spending a lot of time with each other. So what happens is when we're seeing someone, we also spend a lot of time with the other person.
Yeah.
So we end up not talking about everything. But at the moment,
yeah.
it's been like this for
It's
a
like
while.
a safe zone. Like it's not going. When I talk to her, and I know it's not getting out of here. So
But it's working.
Yeah.
It really is working. वो कहते हैं ना, we do to this relationship. It should really work, because I really think that it's really difficult to actually make this work successfully.
Yeah.
Lots of people try to make it work. But I'm not talking about your home videos that you put on your own YouTube channel with 70 subscribers, okay? I'm talking about people here that are doing professional work out there. Good luck, guys. 22 is a huge year for everyone. Yes. And like I said, they're all going in double motion.
Yeah.
4 years, we haven't seen actors actually come. Forget about 2.5.
No.
3-4 साल हो गए. Ranveer's film hasn't come out. Shah Rukh sir is hopefully going to come out this year. There are lots of big films and lots of singles to come out.
Yeah.
Good luck. Congratulations.
thank you, Salil.
And that was in Goa. Wow. That was fantastic. That was Chandigarh.
That was Chandigarh. Yes,
Balle,
we're
balle.
back.
I'm going to watch it again now. Take
You
care.
must.